Hi, Ariel. Thank you for bearing with me for a second. I just learned something about my own podcast setup. Let me get one thing here. Gotta have my background music because I'm used to it. It's called night driving. There I am. Hi, how are y'all? I can already see now that everyone's already in the chat. I started it 10 minutes early on purpose because I wanted to try out this loop thing, and it worked. And now I've learned that I can pre-upload anything I want, really. A 1 minute video, a 5 minute, a 10 minute, and run on a loop. And that way I can start it in future podcasts, wank, wank, and give some background info. And that'll let people know that their click on the bell has gone out. It'll let me know that people are coming in. And once I get this completely figured out, I'll be able to actually start promptly. So anyway, hi, how are y'all? Hello, Sarah Jane and Mazen and Panna and Tori and Regina and Jared and Mazen and Chase and Brian Taylor #2, Jim Tom and Wicca, of course, Cheryl Porter, Jacob Pence, Blake Garcia. I see a lot of familiar names here. It's really nice, Dory Mabry. It's good to see so many of these people that have just, for the last, 6 months that I've been doing this for off and on, or maybe a little longer. It's nice to see y'all. I'm just going to get right into it. Hello, Karen. Maximus 682, Windows 6.0. I did a poll, and dadgummit. Silly host. I should have had this already up. Hello, Lauren. And Mazen's back from Dubai. Finally. Hey, Mazen, while I'm looking up something, I think I'm going to attempt something. Y'all know I've got a one-track mind. I'm going to attempt to pull up the poll, and I'm going to tell Mazen a little quaint story that will probably not change his life whatsoever, but it made me think about him. As I pull this up, I was watching. I can't do it. Dadgummit. I have that one track mind. It's a son of a bitch. There it is. Share screen. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now. Mazen, I have not watched From yet. But I was watching the Chernobyl miniseries on HBO Max, like today and yesterday, last night, just now. And there's the creator. His name's Craig Mazin. And I thought, hey, I got someone for my channel that goes by Mazin. Now I'm getting over. I'll just bear with me. I should have already had this. I was so tickled to death to find this loop thing and learned that I can upload that I didn't get the poll from yesterday pulled up, which I'm pulling up now. And the poll was basically me asking y'all, what do y'all want to see from me? I'm almost there. Community. Don't know why that's up. Wow, that's like big. All right, let me get back over to y'all on the stream. Go over to here. Wrong one. There it is. Share. Go back to y'all. And you've got me over in the little corner. I'm going to take off my little... Okay, got that off. I'm getting better at this. Too bad I got to end it according to this poll. I think y'all have me off to the side. And here's the poll. And I'm kind of disappointed. I usually have about 1,000 votes in a 24-hour period. And that's what I just don't understand about my channel. I mean, back when I started this, I had like 480,000 subscribers. And that was just 6 months ago. Now I've got like 520,000 subscribers. And I put out a poll and I thought, well, I mean, I'm gaining more. But, here I am. And I'm not I guess, complain too much. I'm grateful. I got 378 votes out of this. And the poll is, besides updates on my cheer-ins, which the people have been here around a long time know I don't talk about my cheer-ins lives, personal lives, other than to say that they're doing just fine. Other than updates on my cheer-ins, what would you like to see on this channel? I'll be reading the results and comments live at 7 p.m. Mountain Time this Sunday, January 8th of 2023. It still feels weird saying 2023. I can't believe, like, 2020 psycho year seems like it's just, the other day, and that was 3 years ago now. So anyway, drum roll please. The overwhelming majority of people do not want me to do this podcast anymore. In fact, only about 4% of you are suckers enough to swell my ego to make me think that I'm actually a decent podcaster, when I know, in fact, I am subpar, but I'm okay with that. I don't claim to be a master at very many things. I'm a very good Caterpillar diesel engine mechanic. I think that I'm an outstanding father. I know for a fact that there are other mothers and fathers that know that they are outstanding parents as well. So that's not me being a cocky prick. And I'm good at putting cameras in people's faces and assholes' faces who are trying to fuck with my family and my cheering. So that being said, in the number one spot, coming in at 59%, 59% of the people polled in this about 24 hours ago want to see me hiking the Appalachian Trail, which takes about 7 months. 5 months if you're really good. I don't know how good I am. I think I'm in pretty good shape. I think I'm decent. I'm not an expert. I'd like to be one. But the Appalachian Trail, if you're not familiar, my buddy Ben, I've heard of it, but my buddy Ben, a couple months ago, before I started the job that I had here in Wyoming, in Cheyenne, before I quit it, he's the one that recommended it to. He said, and pointed it out. So I've done a lot of research since then. Fortunately for me, what I'd been doing ever since I set off on this magnificent adventure, where I've met loads of new people. Some of them are wonderful people, some of them are just average people, and some of them I've just met some outright assholes, but such is life. Fortunately for me, I've been climbing mountains. I've gone from living at sea level in Fort Pierce, Florida, and then Okeechobee, which is like, 60 feet above sea level, to driving, I'll just go through it. I set out from Florida and I drove all the way around the Gulf of Mexico, and I stopped in Houston, and then I went to Fort Worth, and then I went to Kansas City, Kansas. And then it was so hot at the time, I stayed with a friend of mine, a Facebook friend of mine, Janelle, that I've known for like literally over 10 years. I'd never met her before. So then I went up north even further, and I wanted to go to Mount Rushmore, but it was still like 95 degrees in the daytime and 75 at night. And I just can't, living out of my car, I just can't do that. I can't sleep in that. So I headed on over to Minnesota, and I went to a place called Banning State Park. And Banning State Park is on the west side of Lake Superior, about, 50, 60 miles. But the humidity from Lake Superior is what keeps the forest there so pretty. And I do have a video up if you would like to go watch me hiking around Lake Superior. And I don't remember how high it is. I don't think it's, 3,000 or 4,000 feet. Native Minnesotans can correct me on that if they would like. But that was my first bit of hiking. Got high as shit. Tripped balls on some LSD that night, or several nights up there. That was amazing. Just me and me in my tent under the stars. And it up there, which is the reason I went there, it got down to about, 55 or so at night, which, if you remember what it was last summer, the whole United States was just baking. And if you're homeless, like I was, living out of your car and or a tent, getting a night's sleep in 55 degree air in the open air like that especially on LSD and looking at the stars and opening my mind. It was really nice, and that's when I really started falling in love with being in the outdoors and hiking. So after that, I made my way west. I made my way to Cloud Peak in the Bighorn National Forest. That actually blew Banning State Park out of the water. It is absolutely gorgeous. That was my first time to ever be in Wyoming. I fell in love with Wyoming then. That's why I chose to get a job here now. And being in the National Forest, there's a shitload of cars there because it was, I always forget, it's either Memorial Day or Labor Day. I always get those two mixed up. It was one of those days. And there was loads of cars there. I thought, shit, it's going to be crowded. Well, Bighorn National Forest is gigantic. So after about hiking for about an hour in, I didn't hardly see anybody like the whole time. It was really cool. And same thing, I hiked about 8 or so miles that first day I was there with my backpack on. I'm just going to put my phone there because I'm not going to look at it. I got it on silent. And I set up my tent for the very first time. And I was all by my cute little self. It was just me. I had about 50% of the battery or so when I went to sleep under the stars. It was a lot cooler up in the mountains because you're quite a bit higher. And I was at the base of the mountain at that. It got down to the upper 40s. And then the next day, again, I do have all of this on my YouTube channel. It's called, I can't remember what it's called. Hiking Cloud Peak or Banning, I think Hiking Cloud Peak. Anyway, the very next day, I wound up almost I got to the summit of a neighboring mountain, which it's the same mountain. It's just a different, like, if this is the tallest part of Cloud Peak, I was on like the second tallest because I took a wrong turn. You can go watch it. I was literally holding up my phone, giving my cheerings the last goodbyes. I thought I was going to die because I went around and took that wrong turn. And by the time I realized how far up I'd gone and how steep it was going down, it was going to take too long to go back all the way around and go back to camp. So I had to keep going back this loop that was up high and looking down, and I could see my trail literally a mile below me. I could see where my trail is. If I would have gone back the other direction, it would have taken an extra like 4 or 5 hours if I didn't die. So I thought, if I'm going to die that way or that way, at least if I make it down this way, it'll only take about an hour. So I think if I remember correctly, it took me about an hour to climb down that part of the mountain. Anyways, I hiked all the way back. I was absolutely wore out. I think I hiked 22 or 24 miles that day after hiking 7 or 8 miles the day before. And my feet were shot. My battery, I got just enough of video. By the time I got back to camp, my battery's completely dead, and I didn't give a crap. I was just pooped. And so I stayed another night or two in the tent there and just enjoyed myself. Went on to drive all the way through Montana, over to Washington State, down to Oregon. For brevity's sake, I'm going to skip out some parts. Back over to Wyoming, back to Texas to get a debit card. Long story, won't bore you with it. All the way up to Ohio. I actually took a temporary job there for like a week, and it was not my cup of tea. Went on to, and there's a person in the audience, and I don't know if they want me to reveal any of this, so I'm having to skip some things. So went on to Michigan, got to see all of Michigan, back over to Wyoming, where I got the job, then back to Texas, back to Odessa, because that is where my hearing was supposed to be, and it got delayed again. Back to here in Wyoming again. So I've done all this, and all this to say that my announcement is I have found a firm and it's more than just an editor. It's kind of I'd say editor / managerial type thing to help me manage the things that I am not good at. Again, I'm very good at very few things, and I'm okay with that. I can get by on other things, but this firm that I found is in Sacramento. And so I am going to, remember I told you I went Washington, Oregon, and then I turned back east. I wanted to go to California, but I didn't get to. Many decades ago, when I was a child, my parents flew us there to go to Disneyland. That's the only time I've ever been to California. I don't remember hardly any of it. So now my happy, cute little ass is going to be in the next 2 to 3 days going to be headed towards head to Sacramento, California. And I'm going to meet with this new firm, and I'm going to get to, while I'm there, because it's going to take me at least 2 days to get there. So while I'm in California, I'm going to go see some redwoods and some, I don't know, Golden Gate Bridge or Hollywood Walk of Fame. Do all some the touristy stuff. And after that, I've found a place that I'm going to be staying. Again, I have to be vague, clear on the other side of the continent, on the other side of the United States in Georgia. And the reason I'm going there is because, well, again, I have to be vague. I've found a place that suits me to stay temporarily, because where I'm staying there in Georgia, there's a place called, I mentioned it the other day here, and I can't remember. It's a Mount Singer Mountain, something like that. I forgot. It's in northern Georgia, which is the trailhead for the Appalachian Trail, which is about 2,300 miles long. The Appalachian Trail starts in northern Georgia and ends, and it's marked the whole way, all the way up the coast, or not the coast, but that side of the continent, and ends in the mountains in Maine. The average person leaves in mid-March and finishes around October. I think that's 7 months. I did my 5 to 7 months. Some people stay on it the entire time and just go all the way through. That would be the 5-monthers. And some people, there's world record holders did like 40-something days, which is insane. Like, why bother? I mean, I want to soak up the beauty. And then some people travel for, a section of it, for a week or a month, and then take off a day or 2 or 3 or a week or whatever. And as long as you register with the authorities that are in charge of keeping up with the trail, as long as you register with them, your begin date and, check in with them, they, I guess, physically see you there. I guess there's part of that, it's kind of the gentleman's handshake. They're going to assume that you didn't just, sign in and get in a car and drive all the way to Maine and then, sign out. That's not any fun anyways. But anyway, as long as you do it within 1 calendar year, you get, brownie points, or not brownie points, kudos. So when my buddy Ben told me about that, I was like, Springer Mountain, Georgia. Thank you, Wicca. My buddy Ben told me about it. I've been researching ever since I've kept this job that I currently have it. I have put in my notice. I am leaving. They know I'm not leaving, or that I am leaving, and I'm not staying because there were some things that were not met to my expectations, and they're aware of it, and they're unwilling to make it or unable to meet my expectations. And so, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I made some money, got my pocket padded a little bit. I know that drives some of the communists that hate me. It drives you insane. He makes money, and then they complain that I don't make money. And then they complain when I make money because they think everybody else's money should be theirs or somebody else's, not mine. So anyway, that's looking like, according to this poll right here, 59% of the 350 some odd votes wants me to do that. The next in line, next runner up is Caleb's Fitness and Progress since Family Court. And if you've been, most of y'all, I've recognized Pepe, and I recognize a lot of y'all in here. Y'all know that I've been on this alcohol-free kick and I've been big time into physical fitness. The last 3 days or 4 days, with the exception of today, I've actually done 2-a-days, and I've never done that before, and I feel amazing. It just felt like being kind of a lazy slob today, and I only went and did legs, and even then I kind of half-assed it. But I enjoyed half-assing it because I still got my heart rate up, still got out of I almost said apartment, the hotel that I'm in. I got out a little bit. The sun was out today, and it was beautiful. So, and coming in, even other, the fourth option is other. Please explain in comments. Got more percentage points than me upgrading my podcast. So apparently this isn't the most popular thing. I know, and I thank y'all, so many of y'all so much, the people whose names I recognize here, for, coming back all the time. I do appreciate it. And I do enjoy the small audience because once I get done with my monologue and get done ranting, I get to, interact with people, and I have enjoyed that part. And I do realize if or when the podcast resumes and gets really big, like thousands of people or whatever, I won't be able to see them all. But that's just a bridge I'll cross if or when I get there. So, in addition to the Appalachian Trail, if I do it, and I think I will, I'm about 90% sure. I'm 100% sure I'm going to meet with my new firm in California. And again, while I'm there, I'm going to play in California and enjoy myself in California. In addition to the Appalachian Trail, you can also do, if someone could, they want to do the Continental Divide Trail, which starts in, I believe, southwest New Mexico on the border with Mexico and goes all the way to Canada. And it's about the same, it's different terrain, but about the same distance. I think that's the longest of the three. Appalachian's 2,300 miles. The Continental Divide, depending on which route you go, because there's multiple routes, it's about 3,000. And then there's the Pacific Crest on the far west side that starts at the California border with Mexico and goes all the way north to Canada as well. And if you do all those, they call it the Triple Crown. And to the best of my brief research, there's only been about 700 people that registered that did all three of them. So anyways, it's looking like that's what I'm going to be doing. And more than likely, since I consider myself a new hiker, new to being physically fit and into fitness and all that, I'm probably not going to do it in 5 months. It's probably going to take me closer to 7 months, which I am perfectly okay with, because I'm literally going to be backpacking, sleeping in my tent, carrying my tent, carrying my food, and walking the entire way from Georgia all the way to Maine. And if that doesn't whip a dude in shape, then I don't know what will. But in between, my plan is meeting with my new firm. Obviously, I'm just me. I don't have a whole team, of people that, work for, Caleb Leverett YouTube channel. I'm going to tentatively go, hike for let's say a month. I'll hike for a month and then I'll take off, and I might stay local, go get a shower and shave my scruffy beard, sleep in a real bed. I'm a real boy. Or I would imagine I'll be even flying out back to obviously we can do emails and that sort of thing, Zoom meetings. I'm not really a Zoomer, but I know what it is. And or fly out there. I may go live occasionally, because all I have is my phone. I can't carry a bunch of equipment because I have to carry, stuff to keep me warm from freezing and, sleeping. So I'll go live occasionally when I can, but mostly just taking video. And if you go, that's the reason I brought that up. If you go watch my videos where I went through the Bighorn National Forest. Oh, and also while I was in Wyoming at that time, I've got a whole entire, about an hour-long video. All I did was hike all the geysers at Yellowstone National Park. So basically, in that first month's time, I'll be gathering a bunch of just videos and photos of the cool things that I see. Occasionally go live and check in on people. I'll be posting to my community section heavily then, because I don't even know how long in between it's going to be that I can charge my phone. I know I'm going to get some, they've got portable portable batteries, but you can only carry so many batteries. It gets too heavy. They got portable solar stuff that I can, charge, lay on the top of my rucksack back there and charge my phone while I'm walking. But I don't know how much I'll be able to go live. I'll just go live occasionally, post pictures and what I'm doing in my community section. And then, that'll take up, March through, October-ish, start getting cold again. And maybe I don't know where I'm going to go from there. I really don't. And the beauty of the wanderlust life that I've chosen is I don't even worry about it anymore. I don't care. Oh my goodness. Hello, Tori. Thanks, brother. So just so you don't have to go eat the bugs on the trail. Eats the bugs. No, I'm not going to be eating bugs. I'm going to have jerky and all kinds. There's all kinds of. I've been watching loads and loads of camping stuff. I've got this little gas canister. It's like really, really like super tiny. It's got this itty bitty little flame that you can, and I've got a little cup, a tin cup that I can put on it, and I can pour oatmeal and all kinds, dried stuff like that. Carry as much as I can. And apparently there's so many people that do this that there are businesses that seasonally set up along the Appalachian Trail from northern Georgia all the way to Maine. For weather reasons, most people start mid-March. So in mid-March, the people in the South are setting up. Some of them call them trail angels. And some people, are just handing out water, but some people, have, businesses out there. And so by the fall, the people up north know that big migrating herd of people, that long train of people will be up there, and they've got, they set up their business up there. It's really cool. It's a whole like ecosystem in that one little section of the U.S. I thought it was cool. So, Mr. Torrey, thank you very much. What do we got here, Pepe? Caleb going to hike the trails and grow dreadlocks? No. I mean, I'm sure my beard will get a little bushy, but nah. I did learn hiking up around the places that I did hike. Where I could, I'd take like if I was getting hot, like there's these lakes up in the top of the mountain, literally. And not at the base, at the top of there's like 7 different lakes there at Bighorn National Forest at Cloud Peak. My feet it's a little, not cold, but not hot, but my feet would get sore, like from just obviously hiking so much. I'd literally take my feet off and soak them in that icy water. And it felt amazing. They recommended online you buy these little water filters because you can't backpack that much water that you'll need, so you just literally drink out of streams. And they have these filters and I show them in the video how I'm doing it. I eventually got to the point where like, fuck this. There's literally many different parts where the glacier at the top of the mountain was melting into the mountain and coming down and then shooting outside the mountain, and it would go right across the trail. And I would just literally stick my hand out and just drink straight from it. Because, I mean, Christ almighty, let's face it. If that water ain't clean, if that's going to kill me, then fuck it. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. So, anyway, no, I have no plans of getting dreadlocks. And that was all. So anyway, that is basically where I'm at. And that's what I want to get off my chest. Good Lord, 38 minutes. I honestly didn't think I'd been going 10 minutes. I've been going 38 minutes now. Time changes, it's so weird when I'm really on a mission to get this out. So, in recap, over the next couple of days, say Sunday, no later than Tuesday, I gave my employer here in Cheyenne a handshake. I said, I'll stay until A, this job is done, or B, my shift would be over, which would be Tuesday. So at the soonest, I'll be leaving tomorrow. At the latest, I'll be leaving, after my shift. I'll probably spend the night just because it's so late Tuesday and it's hard work. I'll leave Wednesday, So Thursday at the latest, I'll be in Sacramento area, California. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday at the very earliest. And since, again, I'm going to have my meeting there with my new firm. Since I'm already going to be there, I want to see California. So I'm going to take my sweet, sweet time and see as much California as I care to see, and then trek all the way across. I'll probably go through Texas. So if I'm going through Texas, I'll probably stop and see Parker. We'll see how that goes. Then to Georgia, and just basically where I'm staying it's quite big. It's really big. I'm going to have to kill some time. I'm guessing I'll be there the end of January, which means I'll have at least 5 to 6 weeks to kill some time. So I may just go ahead and set up my podcast once I get over into Georgia and just podcast for a few weeks. And but once I start in mid-March, all the podcast stuff is staying at that place, and I'll be traveling and doing the capturing stuff on my phone, occasionally going live from my phone. I'm sure there'll be several days in between where I don't have any service and or no battery or whatever, and nobody will hear from me. I might be dead. Just kidding, I won't die. So yeah, that's about it in a nutshell. I told y'all I would read some of the comments here. I have to hang on. I got to click over. Okay, I'll read some of the comments here that was put into the poll. Of course, Miss Mary, I still think you could create a whole other channel just for your healthy living and exercising. You're really into it, so it's easy content to make. But for the channel, I think it should stay a more personal channel. You and your adventures across the USA with your rants and random government BS. That's great content too. I did reply to her because I know Miss Mary like personally. I'll definitely bring that up in my meeting next week. Thanks for the reminder. Hope you're all doing well. So I might. Some people like Miss Mary, they've got those brains where they can operate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different like YouTube channels or Facebook pages. I probably can. I just don't. It gives me brain flatulence when I think about it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is easy. That's part of what I'm going to talk about the firm there. See what they think about it. Wicker Rose, love to hear all about the hiking journey. Eli 55121. I'd love to see more vids with Parker. Yeah, that ain't going to happen anytime soon unless Parker changes his mind, and that's up to Parker. Crypto and conspiracy theories that come true. Ooh, okay. Crypto and or conspiracy theories. Yeah, here lately, a lot of y'all need to think and maybe even apologize to some of your conspiracy theorist friends, because all the bullshit we kind of warned would happen. And I'll give you a hint, and Miss Mary knows this. A lot of us cheated and we listened to Dr. Ron Paul 10, 12, 15 years ago. Some even longer. Some have listened to Dr. Paul for 30 years. He's predicted all of this, and it's all coming true. We've been called tinfoil hat wearers for years, and look, here we are. We don't even know how many genders there are, and can give birth and have menstruation, and it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life, but whatever. Can Parker be in the video as well? I doubt it. You're awesome. That was from Dylan Music Channel 14. Joshua Lopez 1212. You're awesome, and you're so lucky. I did reply to that. Yeah. Well, thanks. Sometimes it's good luck and sometimes it's bad luck. Luck is just simply something that happens less seldom in good ways or in bad. I'm having good luck now because I'm having a ball. I'm having a blast in life. I mean, this whole year for me, I'm set. I get to go play in California and have a ball. And then I get to go play in Georgia and have a ball. And then I get to literally walk through the entire East Coast, of which the top northern states, there's like 5 of them: Connecticut, Maine, and New Jersey, Vermont, and New Hampshire. Those are about the 4 or 5. Those are about the only states I've never been to ever in my life. And not only am I going to get to see them, I'm going to get to walk through them and sleep there and on the ground with Mother Nature and Earth, and hopefully have loads of LSD with me. So, if there's any cops watching, y'all want to bust me, I'm not stupid, okay? I have my ways. And for my family watching y'all, and I consider some of y'all in my YouTube family, if I go more than a couple or 3 days without checking in, please come looking for me, because they'll probably have set me up and made an example out of me. Who knows? Iris 4948 AO. I don't know what that means. Little Jonathan Thorne 6860. Something new. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, please explain. Traveling and going on an adventure, something Kayla enjoys that we haven't seen yet. Hobby or interest, lots of things to discuss out there in the world. Boom, nailed it, Little Thorne. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm about to finish seeing all the rest of the lower 48 states, half of which I'll be physically, literally walking through. And user, I don't know what that means, other. So anyways, back over to StreamYard. I think I'll get rid of that. And Pepe D's Nuts is still there. Oh my goodness. Hello, Doug Oliver. $4.99. Doug Oliver says hello. Thanks, Doug Oliver. I do appreciate it, man. Little stuff like that, pitching in, that helps a lot. And I saw Lauren was in here, and I meant to say something because she's my newest member. There she is. Hope you have a wonderful trip, Caleb. Have to jump for a work meeting. All right, cool. She's my newest member, and yes, somebody was complaining the other day that she was talking too much, and I was paying too much attention. Like, she pays $5 a month. I'm not going to ignore that. I am a capitalist. I like making money off of my channel, and so yeah, if you would like to become a member, that would help me out a load. And I get to as few people as I have in my podcast. I once I finally get to the comments, I get to most people anyways. But if you're a member, then I'm going to really go out of my way to get to your stuff, such as Miss Mary. Oliver Girl, just saw your comment there. I didn't even get a notification about that. They're just having a conversation. That's Doug Oliver again. Thanks again, Mr. Oliver, for the $4.99. I do appreciate it. And pretty much that was my announcement, and that took up the full 46 minutes. I can't believe that. So I'm just going to get into reading some comments and talking to y'all a little bit. Waldo Icona, love Parker. Thank you. I love Parker too. He's a good kid, outstanding young man. The way that boy, I say boy, that's just, I don't mean that. He knows how I mean it. That way that young man handles these horses, it is absolutely amazing to watch. It just makes the old in-shaped chest swell right up. It's amazing to watch him handle those horses the way he does. If you are a horse person, or you know people who are like legitimately horse people, not someone who just has horses and tinkers, somebody who loves horses, has a passion for horses, and wants to break a colt, Parker's your guy. If you want to get a hold of him, I'll obviously have to be the intermediary. You can email me, crankmycat@gmail.com. I will vet you, because there are absolute obsessive troll stalkers that I'm not going to let have my access to my son if I can help it. But if you're a legitimate horse person, like legitimately want someone to break your horse, or they used to call it breaking colts. Now he calls it colt starting. He doesn't do, he takes the different approach of kind of like the difference in a bone cracker for chiropractor versus the gentle touch. He takes the gentle approach. He doesn't beat horses and, just scare them to death. And anyway, if that's something you'd be interested in, just shoot me an email, crankmycat@gmail.com. Paige Harold, my best friend is a total horse girl. Well, good. I think more people should get into horses. As as much as we all stare at our phones and stare at these computers and stare at TVs all day, that's part of the reason, Paige, that I want to do this, go on this trail. Yeah, I'm going to stay connected to my friends and family and the YouTube people, the YouTube family. I'm going to stay connected that way, but I want to get connected to Mother Earth again. I want to get grounded. Same way with horses. There's no shortcutting with horses. You have to put in the work. For you yourself as a rider and training the horse, you got to know what you're doing, because I just think I wish more people get into it. What we got going on here? So he's like, this is from Wicca. He's like Amy on Heartland, Netflix or TV series, where she gentle breaks horses and talks to them, understanding. I don't know. I'm not Amy on Heartland. I'll have to look at that. I've not seen it, Wicca, but I would imagine that's, if it's a Netflix show, and they're probably not going to show abusive stuff with horses. So yeah. What in the world do we got here? I have horses all together. It costs. Purple crying. Oh, okay. I think your phone. Thank you. I think that's a bunch of emojis, and for whatever reason, it popped up as face purple crying. I have like 7 horses altogether. It costs $23,000. Yeah, I would imagine. And some of the horses Parker trains, like literally trains, worth more than $23,000 each. Some of them. So yeah, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Horses are expensive, but it is very highly rewarding. Regina Love. I used to do barrel racing, but I got old. Oh, you got your old bones? Yeah. I'm getting old too, Regina. I mean, I enjoy the gym, but it hurts. Everything cracks and stretches. But I know it's just going to get worse. I'm 45. I'd like to live until I'm in my at least 70s. So I've got about 30 years left. That's 50% longer than I've already been alive, or as long as I've already been alive. And I better get on it anyways. Jenny Bales, I'm afraid of spiders and snakes. Why? I mean, yeah, don't go pet them, but I mean, that's just part of life. Just get used to it. Parker's growing up fast. Yeah, he had to. Didn't have a choice. Doug Oliver, I would be becoming a member of your channel pretty soon once I get some more money on Thursday from my Amazon job. Cool, you got an Amazon job? Doug, I'm glad you brought that up. I've said this multiple times, and I want to reiterate this. If you are struggling severely with money and you don't know where the rent money's going to come from, or you don't know where the milk money's going to come from, or your kids, whatever you got to buy, do not, for the love of the gods, do not send me money, please. I'm not wealthy by any means, but I'm doing a lot better than I was all those years ago. A lot of people watch the old stuff, and it's so strange. I mean, YouTube, it says how long ago that was. They just assume that this is current. And I've been, pretty strapped most of my adult life, especially my divorced, adult life for sure. Anyway, some people start feeling sorry for me, which is appreciated. But again, if you're wondering where the rent money's going to come from, or the milk money's coming from, do not even $1.99. Don't send me anything. I mean it. Don't send anybody anything. Like nobody. You keep that for you. Then once you've got yourself all taken care of, then if you want to pitch in and help me out, or your other favorite YouTubers, or whatever you want to do, great, by all means. But either way, Doug, I do appreciate it. And best of luck on your Amazon job as well. Mazen, I finished high school for good in May. Well done. And start college at the end of this year. After my trip to Dubai, I realized that after I'm done with college, I need to live in Dubai and have a job there. Well done. Hell yeah. How was Dubai? I've seen the videos. I've seen the, what are they called? What's the gives you wings? Red Bull. I've seen the Red Bull commercials where they go to Dubai. That place is like amazing. Wow. I've never really wanted to go over. I've never really wanted to visit that part of the world until I saw that. That was like, damn, that, because I've seen some before and after pictures to buy, like just as recent as the mid 80s, early 90s. That place was nothing. There was nothing there. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but I guess the Saudi oil or whatever, the billion or $1 trillion they pumped into that place. Holy mother. Connor Fox, I respect your whole family beside the mom. Fuck her. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Thanks. Hello, Doozer Chris 619. Are horse trainers independent contractors? Is it hard to get health insurance? Yes. Well, I mean, you can work for somebody. They're either subcontractors or contractors. I mean, some people, I guess you do hire out. The job he had before, it wasn't exactly horse training. It was, well, I can't say, but it was within the horse bit. He was an employee, but now, best I know, yeah, it's all subcontract. And as far as health insurance, I haven't had health insurance. Well, I have it right now at the moment. Now that I'm still technically employed for a couple, 3 more days. But other than that, I haven't had health insurance in years. But knock on wood, I haven't tripped and broken anything. Now I eat well and I exercise and I don't ever get sick. So it's not really that big of a deal for me. Although I know some people, it is a big deal. I just turned 28. Jenny Bales. Well, happy birthday. If you're almost 23, why are you in school? We are talking to each other. Let's see. Doug Oliver, I'd like to tell you, Caleb, your video back when you're fighting with the courts really helped me fight through the barriers of employment for people who are blind and visually impaired. Wow. Damn. Well, thanks. I can't imagine how my videos would help the barriers of employment for the blind and visually impaired, but god dang. I'm honored if that helped you. I can't imagine how that did help you, but if it did, you're welcome, I guess. I mean, that's cool as shit. Hell yeah. As an about to do you like Will Smith to Chris Rock if you don't keep up the live podcast. You're so funny, Mazen. Well, Mazen, if you want to get out there and do some guerrilla marketing and get the live numbers up to 500 or 1,000, get the membership up to 500 or 1,000, and people regularly, if I could make the bills and make it all happen by doing this, by all means, do it, and I'll make it worth your while, because that would make it worth my while to keep going doing this. But again, right now, 33 people in the chat or in the watching the podcast right now, which again I'm grateful for, but that's not going to pay my bills. Doug Oliver, this fight that I did landed me a job with Amazon handling deliveries for people. I'll be in the warehouse packaging the deliveries to go on the truck. Well done, Doug. Good. Hell yeah. That's contrary to what a lot of, I don't know what your age is, but what a lot of people these days that just won't go get an income and they just rely on Uncle Sam and Trump bucks and what's his name? Biden bucks. I almost forgot the president's name. They rely on, Big Brother just to feed them, take care of them from cradle to grave. You're getting out there and doing it, apparently with certain disabilities. Well done. Hell yeah. A lot of young people right now just, they won't get off their lazy asses. And I'm not saying all young people, because I know, y'all don't yell at me. Some of my own kids, they're learning, they have to get out and they got to hustle because daddy's tired. Daddy get tired of paying for all this shit. They don't have a choice, because I'll take care of them and I'll help them. And I've done my job, but there comes a point where time to get out there and risk it and even get hurt and get your feelings hurt and learn. You'll stumble the hard way, because that was as tough on me as any part of the parenting job, from cutting their umbilical cords and wiping their asses and take care of when they're sick and they're little, to kicking them out of the nest. It's always a struggle. It was for me anyway. Yes. Yeah, we had for the newbies. Just listen to Wicca. Richard Cart, and it has the Warner Grand Theater, which was one of those 1930s extravagant movie theaters that still shows to this day. Well, Richard, I think you must have. Oh, hang on. Let me get back. See, not just because I'm from there, it has some good restaurant and maritime museum, as well as a very small street side museum here and there. It has a battleship as a museum. I'm trying to get to your original. There you go. When you go to California, I highly recommend to go to San Pedro, California. That's where I'm from. Oh, okay, good. Again, Richard, thanks. I love this new setup. That way, I do go watch these, especially when I know there's something I want to see. If someone recommends something, I can print it up there. That way, when I'm scrolling through, I can get right to it. Thanks, man. Cool. Will do. What's up, Mr. Dwayne? Hey, didn't realize you're live. I'm live, Dwayne, and alive. And knock on wood, no gay people hit on me today. It was a nice day at the gym. I posted on my Facebook. I might have talked about it on here the other day. I forgot. I posted on my Facebook how incredibly annoying it is that I guess it's just because I'm getting jacked now. I've got a lot of dudes hitting on me, and I genuinely feel sorry. I have a whole new perspective of women that have to put up with this shit. Like, God almighty, men, we can do better. They give you those crazy staring eyes and those weird, they follow you like to the fucking bathroom, make up weird reasons to follow you. Like, get fucking clue, dude. I'm not interested. First of all, I'm not gay. Anyways, Dwayne was texting me, but he saw you're laughing about it. So yeah, I'm alive and doing well, Dwayne. And if you're not subscribed to DSD, he's helped me out. In fact, he's the very first one who helped me go live. I went in the old days, like with, when I was still doing the activism stuff and, Blaine's getting arrested, all that. I went live on Facebook. I didn't know how, literally didn't know how to set up to go live on YouTube. Dwayne's the one that showed me out. He's a kind of a guru in that area. Imagine so, more viewers equals more podcasts, equals more money, equals be able to pay. He's got it. I'll try. I can barely even get my own family's attention sometimes, let alone 1,000 people, but I'll try. Well, you got my attention. You can do it. Come on now. Gina Bells, I've been in an amusement park. It's so much fun. I liked him when I was younger. I don't like him as much now. Connor Fox, Cable, you should go to Whitefish. I've been there and it's weird to me. Okay, where's Whitefish? I assume that's in California. Avatar Canaan. Hey, Caleb, I wanted to thank you for what you said to me last year. It really helped me. Things are going a lot better now. Cool. I remember. Oh, Aviator. Yes, yes, Aviator. I do remember you. I don't remember exactly what you said, but I do remember your story kind of touched me. I can't remember specifics, but I do remember you. Well done. Hell yeah. What the hell? I have no idea what that. Oh, I hit the cricket one and the applause at the same time. I didn't even know I had crickets on there. God, I was like, what the hell is that noise? And Aviator was not trying to insinuate that you're snoozing me to death by playing crickets. I promise that was a genuine accident, Aviator. But hey, I do remember you, and if it helped, well done. That's badass. I love hearing that. That's part of the reason I'm like, come on, y'all. I want to do the podcast a little bit. No, you slave drivers, y'all gonna make my happy ass or unhappy ass get out there and sleep on the fucking ground for 5 months just to pay. I'm joking. I'm just joking. All right, cool, man. That's badass, Aviator. Professor Mex and Rockera. How's your diet going so far as getting shredded? I watch my calories. Depending on what I want to do, my maintenance calories is about 2,300 usually. If I want to bulk up, and when I'm sort of, I don't know. I go through different. Sometimes, like when I first started, I kept my calorie intake, kept my protein level high, calorie intake low, about between 13 and 1700 a day. I was working out a lot, and I wanted to lose the weight, wanted to lose the fat, and so once I got down to 177. I got to 172, but that was because I got sick for about a week or two. But about 177, then I upped it to about 23 to 2500. Occasionally, I'll splurge and go to my favorite Mexican food hole in the wall, and probably pig out on 3,000 or 3,500 calories on occasionally. But anyway, I just make sure I stick keep my protein up, work out, lift heavy at least 3 times a day. Here lately, I've been doing it every damn day, and here really lately, last 3 or 4 days, I've been doing 2 a days. So if I do gain weight, the goal is plenty protein and gaining it in muscle and not fat. Oh, whoops. Oh, yes, sir, Bob. I'm headed to Cali. I'll look you up. I was gonna text you here in the next day or two once I get a little bit closer time. I clicked on somebody and I didn't mean to cut you off there. Brian Taylor, number 2. The music part's a lot of fun. I'm too big to go on some of them, fortunately. I'm not sure what you mean. Amusement park. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Amusement park. It's not my thing. I'm sure they've changed a lot, and if there was a Harry Potter world in California, there might be. I don't think there is, but there might be. I would go to that kind of amusement park. Let's see. It's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of LA by the LA Harbor. Okay. Duly noted. Wait, you're coming to? Yeah. Yes, sir. I'll text you here after, or here in the next one. I've been waiting to text you, Dwayne, because I wasn't sure with the job that I currently I have. It's a gentleman's agreement. I was just going to stay there until the job, but I can't even go in because they haven't got parts, and I'm not just going to stand around with my thumb at my ass. So I thought I was going to be able to leave a little earlier, but the latest I'm going to be leaving Tuesday. But I'll definitely look you up once I'm headed that way. Doug Oliver, what's a way that I could contact you, as I'd like to really speak to you, because your channel has really inspired me to keep fighting as someone who's blind. Doug, I used to talk to a lot of people. I mean, I've literally put out a video about 5 years ago when I was doing the Blaine campaign, trying to get custody of him, where, my number was leaked or whatever. I don't normally talk to people anymore, and it's not to be dick. It's because I know my own limitations. I've got X amount of time. I have X amount of things I have to do to take care of myself, and X amount of times to talk to my friends and family. And I found that I get so, I can't fully understand someone's story unless I talk to them for like hours, like a shrink would do. You know what I mean? And once I do, I find myself getting somewhat emotionally attached, and I know the heartache is out there, and it breaks my heart. However, I can't spend that kind of time that a person would need usually on the phone individually, and so I kind of quit doing it. I may make some exceptions. I don't know. Send me an email, Doug. Maybe we can work something out and we can set something up. Maybe I may eventually get to where I can, set something up here where, we can come on, kind of like a talk show host, Dave Ramsey style deal, except for, family court stuff. We can just talk here. We'll see. Just send me an email. We'll see. I'll see what I can do, man. Sundays are great for food prep. When you're living in what I'm living in, that little black box there, it's called a microwave. That's all I got to cook on. Looking forward to that. Once I get to California and then into Georgia, especially in Georgia, I'm going to have my whole place, and It's going to be nice to get back to civilization. Jerome Robinson, Caleb, you're fully an inspiration. I was already lifting, but you maybe want to go hard at it. Good job, man. Seriously. Hell yeah, Jerome. Well done. That's badass. I love that. That just makes my day. Cheryl Porter, after I graduate from high school, I'm going to the adult program at First Step in Malvern, and then I'm going to college in Fayetteville and get a job in Bryant. Well done. Hell yeah. Keep doing it. Go, 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 go. Don't listen to the people that say just lays back. There's nothing wrong with relaxing, but you got to put in the hard work before you can kick back and relax. Like, I'm relaxing a lot, and I'm about to go have a fucking ball, but I'm 45 years old, and I had to hustle to get my kids raised and stay afloat and not get thrown in family court jail again. Now I get to relax a little bit. Yeah. Okay, y'all are just talking to each other. Richard Carter, I highly recommend you find a director to help you as well as an editor. Yeah, Richard Carter, it's this place. It's like a firm. It's not just an editor. I've learned a lot just in the last couple of days. So, and you'll have to forgive me for being a little vague on some things, because believe it or not, I still do maintain a private life. There's certain things I'm really, really, really open about, and there's certain things I'm not. And one of those things is I'm working with this firm kind of anonymously at the moment for a reason or reasons that I can't really talk about, but they're a lot more than just an editor. Yeah, like a director. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, kind of like a overall manager, consultant. Yeah, consultant firm, kind of like that. The reason why a bunch of dudes are like that is because they are demons. Maybe, I don't know. Doug Oliver, it really helped me to stand up and fight and not give up, is what I was trying to say. Good. I'm glad. Well, again, I may be able to. I've just got so much going. Just send me an email. But I'm glad it did help you out. Again, that's the reason I like mass media like this, because it helps. The shit that I went through and filmed helps lots of people all at the same time, and that's why I like doing it. Richard Cart, but only hire the director if you're ever going to do podcasts or videos of glamorization of child abuse scenes in media. I'm not quite following you there. So just hire the director. Okay, I'll just have to take your word for it. Professor Mex and Rockera, I have nothing against gay dudes. I do have a problem with demons. I'm not even sure demons exist. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. It's kind of like gods. I don't know which ones exist, which ones don't exist. I think some people are just shitty people, Professor. I really do. Some people are just shitty people, and I will agree with you there. I don't like shitty people. I get told frequently that I'm such a kind person, a nice person, and at the same time, I promise you, to a nice person, I am nice. I'm real nice. I try to be, or at least cordial. But if you're an asshole, I can be an asshole, and I thoroughly enjoy picking on assholes. I've always loved doing that. Ayla's favorite phrase, knock on wood. Yes, sir. One of them. I got lots of phrases and old sayings. Yes, thank you, Wicca. Doug, there's my email right there. Thank you, Wicca. Holy moly, I was only going to go an hour, y'all. Still got 30 people in here. I'll take a few more comments. My mouth's getting dry, but when this water's gone, I'll hang it up. Connor Fox, funny as hell. Am I? Some people think I am. Some people think I'm not. Doug Aller, I'm almost 40. Okay, I'm 45. Yes, Deal Nice Wicca. Wonder if he'll make it to SoCal. Probably, Dwayne. That's why I'll call you. Probably. I'm going to be going to Georgia anyways, and I'll have to look at the map again. I'm pretty sure Southern California it'd be probably easier. I'll have to. In fact, that's one of the reasons I call you. Ask your opinion. I'm pretty sure you've driven the southern route to Texas. I think if I remember our conversation correctly. I'm going to be going through. I want to see the kiddos anyways, or Parker and them. So while I'm there, I'll just I'll holla. I argue in SoCal. I'm from San Pedro, California. I argue in SoCal. I think probably a typo, and I'm not sure what you meant. Connor Fox, Caleb. I'm a truck driver. I'll be going through probably Houston, Texas for a load. Yeah, then head to California. Nice. Yeah, I think one of my boys was talking about. Blaine was talking about possibly doing that. You can make some damn good money being over the road trucker. How's family? Everyone doing great? Zomanix. Yep. I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing better than I was years ago when y'all found me on YouTube. Richard, yes, he is. I forgot which town, but yeah. Good grief. I get so far behind. Take Control Beauty. Oh, I'm watching the Lions game. Missed your live almost. Just saying hi from Barb. But hello, Barb. I remember your comment from the other day. I can't remember what it was on, but I do remember you. You always sign your name Barb. So hello, Barb. Mazen DSA also, you got a very intimidating profile picture, but keeps great work. Okay. Professor Bromex, I am a pro bodybuilder and I live in Mexico. Mexico is actually very, very protein rich and fat rich. If you can eliminate the carbs, you can get shredded on Mexican food. Damn! But how do you eliminate the carbs? I mean, chips and salsa, the corn, pretty sure that's carb, isn't it? You can't have Mexican food without chips and salsa. That's cool, but though I didn't know you bodybuilder. That's badass. I'm too old, I guess, to ever do it professionally, but I am enjoying building my body. So I guess I'm an amateur bodybuilder. So cool, but I don't have to, look like those old Dorian Yates, Lee Priest, Lee Haney, the old school guys that we grew up with. Just look at your profile picture. I would imagine we're close to the same age. I don't have to look like those guys, 5'10" to 6'2", and 260 to 300 pounds. I don't have to be that big. Currently, my current weight is 188. Last week I was 195. Cut back a little bit. I did more of a shredding deal. Where I added a lot more protein and like you said, a lot less carbs. But man, building muscle is tough. It's tough, especially as much as I like Mexican food, because I do like the full everything, like salsa and the tamales. And if y'all ever want to get sucker me into find a way to my heart, Mexican food is the way to go, and I don't mean Taco Bell. Let's see, Professor. The trick getting shredded and maintaining muscle is just to do fasted cardio every morning for 40 minutes on a treadmill, just walking at a 15% incline. See, I don't know that I care to. I hate cardio. I know that sounds terrible. I don't hate it, but my back hurts. I can run again now. Like, for the last few years, I couldn't even run. I can sprint now. I used to love running before my back injury. I've had my back injury since I was a kid, but I used to enjoy it now, and I just don't enjoy it as much because it just hurts my back from running. But well, you did say walking. I guess that'll be my hiking. I won't be going to the gym much, so that's all I'll be doing actually. So yeah, hopefully I'll get shredded. I plan on it. Wicked. Caleb, Harry Potter World, California only has one Harry Potter land, Hogsmeade Village, while Universal Orlando has Hogmeads and Diagon Alley across two parks connected by the Hogwarts Express. Cool. So there is one in Cali. I mean, it may not be as big but oh my God, it's Harry Potter. Oh my God, I don't have it pulled up, but there's a meme I saw, and I'm going to go after this. A Harry Potter meme that said it was Ronald Weasley from the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone, as it was called in some areas. It said, "Harry, you're the chosen one. You have to go. Not me, not Hermione, you." And then it jumps to Professor Snape. He says, "Obviously. It's called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, not Ron Weasley and the Poverty Stone." And it's corny. If you're not a Harry Potter junkie, it wouldn't make sense to you. But I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So, Professor, when you do weights, you want to make sure that you're good and calorie rich at the end of the day. Yes, and then at the end of the day, work out to get rid of the glycogen. Yep, I try. I really do try. I really do. Hell yeah. Do cardio again, except for the cardio part. I'm going to be, obviously, that's all I'm going to be doing is cardio for the most part, other than, what push-ups I can get in, or my days off from the trail, I'll, maybe sneak over to a gym or something, do some upper body. So, well, God dang, I hate it when I do this. I really try real hard to engage with everybody, and when I do, it just pops up a bazillion comments, and y'all are like, "What the hell? Why didn't you get to my comment?" There we go. All right. Well, Doug Oliver, thank you. I got it now. I'll drop you an email this evening. Good deal. All right, kiddies. Joshua Lopez, please. I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, y'all are. I don't know what's going on here. No worries about being big. All right, thanks. All right, kids, I'm going to cut it out. My voice is going. I'm getting scratchy. And I'm going to go finish watching Chernobyl, which, like I was telling Mazin at the beginning, it's directed and created by a man named Craig Mazin, and it's on HBO Go or HBO Max. I don't know. It's HBO something. A little miniseries called Chernobyl. If you're not familiar with Chernobyl, it's a town or a city in Russia. And back in '86, they had a gigantic nuclear meltdown and killed a whole bunch of people. So, anyways, looks like going from Miami to California to Texas would be a long way out of your way. Well, I'm going to California for a meeting. I have gone there intentionally, and then headed back to Georgia, and it's exactly on the way. Take control. Beauty. See you again. Enjoy your night, Barb. All right, Barb. Y'all take care. All right, kiddies. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go finish watching Chernobyl. I'll check in. Most of my content for the next couple of weeks is not going to be lives. It's more than likely I'm going to have that meeting with my new firm there in California. Maybe we'll come up with something there. I really don't know, but tentatively speaking, anything you hear from me through here will all be on my community section. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Like, before you go, just give me a thumbs up on the video. If any of my content in the old days, if you've got someone going through the bullshit that my cheering and me went through, it helps me out. It'll help them out to watch what we did, what solutions I found, what worked for me. If you enjoy some of the older podcasts, send those along as well. And I will talk to y'all on the flip side. Again, any communication I'm just saying for the next 2 weeks, it'll be in the community section here. And consider not hitting your children. Take care. Bye.